monsters are the best, most wonderful. Monsters are, you know, it's like you gotta fight for your right to have a monster. As a performer, I work as a mirror. So whatever you're giving me, I give it back to you tenfold. Because that's how mirrors can work. When all this love is coming to you, and all this projection is coming to you, and all this stuff is coming to you, what an audience really is doing is they want to give it to themselves. Performers do have this power. They can keep what you're giving them and not give it back. It's how you think. You can stop the wheel. You have to keep the wheel going, which is intake, outtake. Being a minister's daughter means you get really good poppy seed cake at Christmas time, and you get really wonderful dresses and things made by these really nice little old ladies. And you also get an incredible amount of confusion. But when you're 14 years old and you don't know what your beliefs are, you're taking on everybody's beliefs around you and you're making them yours. And I'm not about the institutionalized church at all. Minagun is based on a personal experience, and I wouldn't talk about it for 7 years. I saw Thelma and Louise, and it's like a door opened, and I began to open that door and free myself from being a victim in my head. You can carry that with you for the rest of your life, really. And I've smashed that. Adolescents and audiences kind of go together because I remember playing this song when I was 12. For this boy, I'd written a song for this boy. And everybody knew in the school about it. And he threatened to beat me up if I played it. And it was going to be in front of the whole school, you know, assemblies. His name was John. Well, you know, I had braces and pigtails, and he was dating the girl, Sylvia, you know, 14, and should be, you know, on the front of a ship, you know, one of those. And the point is, I sat there wetting my pants. I mean, my knees were water. He was sitting right there with all his cute friends. And, you know, what are you gonna do? You're 12 years old, you have a crush on somebody, and you really want to say, you know, buddy, in 15 years, I'm not gonna have braces anymore. And I'm not gonna have my knees like water. And I might be an interesting person, and you know, you shouldn't be so mean to me. But adolescence is that time when I think it can be, it's the cruelest place on earth. It can really be heartless. And I played that song, and everybody knew what was going on. Needless to say, he didn't beat me up. And he came up to me and said, that was really better than I thought it was going to be. And I haven't heard from him since. So I think about that sometimes when I have to go play out in front of an audience. And I go, well, my knees are weak and they're full of water.
Do you ever play the song these days?
No. No. Before I walk out on stage, I set my parameters for the room. It's kind of like a witch with her brew. I decide what I'm bringing to the party that night. And I bring different things with me in every city that I play. But I try and attune myself with the audience out there. And again, it's smelling what's cooking in the kitchen. It always comes back to little garlic. She's got pudding in the oven. And then once you know what that's all about, then you go, we're going to bring a little of this tonight.
You said that songs are like your teachers, they're like your children, but how do you choose which children to adopt and which children to hang on to, put on an album?
They decide where they want to go. Not all of them, want the limelight. Not all of them want to come and be on the record. Some of them don't want to work as hard as others, Some like to have holidays. So they just show up. It's real obvious who wants to come. And there's certain ones lately here in my head just keeps wanting to show up. Gets a new pair of shoes and decides it wants to go out. So I end up playing it more than even some of the songs that are on the album.
Just because it comes in, or,
It shows up and nothing else can get in. When they show up, it's kind of like when you have to have an enchilada, you just have to have one. We all get intimidated by showing ourselves for whatever reason. We think if I really show who I am and, somebody goes, then it's going to crush me. Well, it's not going to crush me. It doesn't crush you if somebody does that. Somebody will do that many times. And once you accept that that's not why you're doing it because that's your form of expression.
It seemed to me tonight that there were a lot of things flying around you as you were trying to decide which songs you were going to sing.
Yeah.
What were those things?
Things fly around. Somebody's knocking. Who's this? Hi, it's John. John, do you want to be on camera? Oh, come on. You love it.
Protect me innocent.
Buzz off. I'm going to answer your question.
Nobody told me you were filming.
Hi. Okay.
Speaking of people flying around.
Flying around. There's one song that I love singing. It's a song for Eric, and it's a cappella. So my hands don't know what to do with themselves. I'm saying it, but I always think about this. You have a memory of something, and you can't quite put your finger on what it is, but you just kind of feel it in your belly. And Song for Eric, it reminds me of a different time, something that isn't in this time. And I go there. I don't play for races or religions. I'm into fairies.